Well, and here I am continuing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and crossing over this tropical little river to get to the jungle area of Gongaga.
Indeed it is. Hold on, little Miss Carson. We're almost there.
Yeah, and I did not like Coral region so much because of its massive amount of
Bit overgrown for the poor old buggy. We'll need to carry on foot. Oh, I meant to say, there's a village up this way. Fancy popping in? The reactor's not going anywhere, and I bet we could all do with a wee cat nap, eh?
Sure, let's. Cloud, you okay?
I feel like I've been here before.
Now, Gongaga was area which, well, it showed up in the first one, over to say the original Final Fantasy VII. It was the first location where there would be a yeah, they're starting to give quite big, quite potent materials over here already, and there would be also the fact that because you would face the Turks at the at Gongaga region first, it would make it appear that there would be some sort of spy or traitor. But in this one, they haven't been subtle at all about Keiichi being connected to Shinra, although of course Team Cloud doesn't yet know it don't know it, but the others do. Well, I have to do some equipment shuffling and all that kind of thing. Alright, that was little bit done, so it's time to push inside the Gongaga. Let's see, and it's very vibrant jungle on here. And with, of course, some new enemy critters as well, so... Quite unpleasant critters. They were quite stoppable. And of course we have a chocobo guiding us towards the nice little old former bus stop. Or chocobo chariot stop, I would say. I don't know how just putting a block to get one piece of wood pole up was able to complete all of that chocobo stop, but I am not the one to question the game's logic in that. This does feel very jungle-like, being once again difficult to navigate. Looks very hot and humid climate, which would be very bad for retention, for heat, keeping your body temperature cool, not hot, because jungles, well, jungle climates make it so that sweating, which is humans basically basic form of heat regulation, doesn't work so well. Because of the damp air, there is little evaporation, and when there's no evaporation from skin, heat doesn't transfer from body. But there's been ropes climbed in here, and Cloud's got a huge arm strength when he can pull himself, and that huge sword as well. But it looks like his technique involves taking hold of with a leg, or at least somewhat looks like that, which would make it slightly easier to climb. But still, that would be very impressive feat of arm strength. But I'm now just trying to get to the nearest tower first, to see what kind of chaos, mayhem, and destruction there might be going on around there. Because civilized people like to use stairs, it is time to make use stairs exactly as they were meant to be. Although the music style of music is something I really can't say that would it fit well with the jungle theme of the play of Gongaga. Not so much that it would be jarring, but at least Corel had, but usually you could say, heavy string instruments in it, which seem to be quite some sort of a.
Best friend, how about giving us some insider info?
Well, if it's dirty laundry you're after.
Yeah.
I have heard whispers about the new president's proclivities. You wouldn't believe how much he spends on those fancy suits.
Oh, why did I even ask?
Most likely it's a lot. And I'm quite certain that because there was this there was the cutscene about Reeve changing the wanted posters of Team Cloud and others. I would wonder there might be some sort of scene in which those people whose faces are now wanted of these wanted criminals would be there. Alright, how do I get to the tower? The water seems to be swimmable, although it might be quite infested with all kinds of unpleasant critters. Like leeches and all that. I think that would be quite big risk, or quite understandable real risk with jungle waters, although this flow is quite strong. Oh, it was simple, just
deal with that.
I'm coming.
Right.
One more, you'll see. Yeah. Tagging out. Too bright.
just tell the fortune.
Break a leg.
My turn.
And they were specialists.
Brace yourself. Take the lead.
Here goes. Ha! This one's for you. It's your turn.
I'll fight tooth and nail for you.
That's it.
Come on.
Oh, that's...
Around.
They went out of business. So it's time to go and check what kind of mess does the cell phone tower around here have reveal. Most likely quite an impressive or unimpressive mess. And there's quite big rocky outcrops, so they might not be that much of a reveal. Oh, Chadley again.
Cloud! There are pockets within the Gungaga region that we still cannot scan, despite being within range of a tower. If anyone is capable of evading detection by Republic tech, it must be...
Shinra.
Yes. Furthermore, as we have yet to detect a proto-relic, I suspect these issues may be related in some manner. I've marked the previously mentioned pockets on your map. And remember, when surveying, safety first.
Well, as I now look at the map, I can see that Gongaga region is a big one. Of course, a lot of it might be just, you could say, empty region, but hard to say. And of course, I know that there also has to be Nibel and Cosmo Canyon areas as well. I'm quite certain that the pace of travel in this game is about to get faster, as in more traveling forward and less staying in one area doing things. That is at least my assumption how the game's structure goes. Oh yeah, and I don't have a chocobo yet. But where might be chocobos in this area? Well, I'm going lots on foot. There are sanctuary towers for the specially summoned Kujata here, or Kjata. That was the name in the original one, just with KJATA, but it seems to have been changed into Kujata. With add U to that. Oh, there seems to be another little drug. Or better say, maybe not drug stash, but treasure area. Gongaga Pine. Oh, there it was. Very simple place to just go there, grab stuff, get through. Not much need to search for anything. And there's the stop. And this seems to be even more difficult to navigate area than the Coral region was, because of this is jungle. Jungles are not known to be easy places to move around in, which does not surprise me at all. Obstacles to climb over, and judging by the color of the rock formations, there might be lots of iron ore in that rock because of the red color. Red colors indicate presence of iron oxides, which of course mean that they are iron ores, meaning that they can be then Well, of course it demands studying of the quality of ore to find out that is it really worth to digging up that rock to extract ore from it. But it might. That one is going to stagger.
Deal with that.
I'm coming. This one's for you. Go on.
That wasn't particularly dangerous encounter at all. But here would be a encounter location for the summon in here, Kujada. So let's just do a little bit of a quick walk inside and see what kind of stuff he has to worry about.
So, Kit, I know you've been ratting on us to Shinra, telling him where we are, you furry fraud.
Guilty!
I knew this cat had two faces.
Ah, come on now. I'm only pulling your leg.
Who are you kidding? You were literally built by the company. Probably stuffed you full of teeny tiny listening devices.
Teeny tiny? The late president believed that bigger was always better. Small went against his philosophy.
Knew him well, huh? Some 9-to-5 nobody you are. Sure your name ain't stamped?
Pretty sure, aye.
Might wanna check.
It's quite interesting to notice that Kate doesn't even try to present himself as something as non-Shinra employee. Well, he worked in the Gold Saucer, alright, so he'd need to be some level of he's some level of employee, but how much exactly would of course be a completely different story. Let's try to analyze. These will get more complex all the time. But luckily they don't change. Yay, succeeded. And you can try these infinite amount of times, so there really is not that much of a, you could say, big problem about those.
Analysis complete. I managed to extract the necessary data from the crystal. This should allow me to strengthen your material.
Although strange enough, I haven't been using much of summons. Whoop! And jump off. Despite the sword wielding something like 20 kilos, Cloud jumps very agile with extreme agility. I could try to follow the river. I think I feel like that might be the... I was gonna say, would the river have some sort of path to follow instead? I think it does have a path to follow through. And...
Brace yourself. Let's do this.
So it's my turn?
those things aren't particularly dangerous, which is kind of good, knowing that not always the enemies should be really dangerous and vicious and powerful for you to fight, and every battle should be with a taste of blood in your mouth. Let's blast out Cura. Just because I want to add the life string owl. Let's follow that one too. Just because games just gave you all these nice little things to travel with, and it doesn't feel out of place location in this kind of jungle, big verdant like jungle. Open and find out. Although I am quite certain that in this rebirth, or you could say the Final Fantasy VII full remake of when you count the whole story, does not have it, or better say, it might have visit to Wutai as well. Of course, I don't know how the story changes at longer perspective. Most likely quite a bit. Because it already has taken taken quite big changes. Cloud's story follows quite much the very same beats as the regular one, but the incidents in Midgard that they do not know, which includes doppelgangers of both Aerith and Tifa, is really correction, not Aerith and Cloud, is something that now that's the oh well, those critters went out of existence real quick and ferocious. And another place with treasure chests are available, and as such it's also a fast travel location. So let's just climb up and see what's there going on. Although I would feel that in this version of the game, or there's in this sequel, the expansion feels much, you could say, organic, as the main story has actually now gotten its, well, it started, or the main story has started and it's going on. There's chase and all kind of things happening, action events happening. That makes it much more, you could say, friendlier for the expanding of the story setting and all that. So, but let's just climb up one more time to. Oh yeah, I was quite right guessing that it would be something like in here. And break down those also. I'm just looking at the map. Yeah, I'm walking through the jungle real big, real fast, but it's not much of anything, giving much anything new. And in the original one, of course, you could just drive right through the jungle with your buggy. The forests were not obstacles in that one. Which is, well, in this when it's in this condition and there's no difference between areas and cities, it really doesn't make much difference or change. But you could say general. What's this? That's Chocobo.
Did you know, Cloud, that course, chocobos use mushrooms as springboards.
Well, now I do know, but I don't have a big green vicious forest chocobo to ride with. So let's just cross the suspension bridge.
Come along!
With
The village of Gongaga awaits!
It's about time. We're freaking starving. Maybe our lucky food will be on the menu.
now I wonder what that might be. But it's obvious that Gongaga was actually in the original one home of Zack. He was there. And he had been gone missing, of course, because he had been killed quite freshly.
Are these? They are! Gungaga mushrooms!
They may be hard to come by in Midgar, but here you can't move for the blasted things.
Wow.
Passing through.
You.
What?
Nothing. For a second, I thought you were someone else. Who are you people?
Aye, you'll do.
More importantly, why are you here? Not to survey the reactor, I presume.
Ah, no, just to study it. We're on a wee field trip, you see? Whee!
Well then.
Aww!
Welcome to Gungaga. I'm Cisne, Coalition Captain. And sorry, didn't mean to startle you before. Just doing our jobs. Back to your posts.
Ma'am.
You'll get a clear view of the reactor from that hill. Make sure to pay your respects, though.
Of course.
Come on.
But I'm still kind of asking that, or curious about what is the, you could say,
Our village is a quiet one, as you can tell. Let's keep it that way. Don't get a lot of visitors, what with the jungle. Can't even remember the last time. But that's part of this place's charm, I suppose.
But I'm quite certain that Cisne knows something about Kate. Maybe she knows Weave. But they placed made a memorial here. And there's the ruin of the reactor. It ain't as beaten up as it was in the Corel. In Corel it was just completely gone.
Thank you. So what is this?
3 years ago, the reactor here suffered a catastrophic failure. It was old and couldn't handle the stress.
It needed maintenance, which Shinra never provided. And then one day... So, they're cheap as well. This was the company's way of trying to make amends.
I'm surprised they even made the effort.
And thanks to the hard work of our people, Gongaga rose from the ashes, right?
That's nice and all. But one memorial doesn't buy absolution.
You guys must be tired. I know you've got things to do, but if you wanted to rest up...
Wouldn't I say no?
My house is just down there. Got an open door policy, so feel free. Woohoo! Don't mind if I do!
I'm, gonna take a look around.
Seriously, get some rest, okay?
So, this is one more of these, you could say, city hubs. Lots of new players around here. There's stuff to explore. And Gongaga generally region appears to be, let's see, not as, judging by the maps, spoilers, not as much job, not that heavily infested with all the jobs and businesses that you have to be doing in the regular styling. And there's Chadley again.
Why, hello, Cloud. Did you enjoy your buggy ride? The tires are reinforced to provide traction in even the most slippery of sands, which means you can explore the dunes at your... This also means you can gather more detailed intel about the desert for me.
Well, it was quite impressive machine, I do tell you that. And he's got the... and he's got Murjotulta here and lots of more of these combat simulations.
If there's anything else I can do for you, please let me know. I'm always happy to help.
No, thank you. You are quite...
This must be one of Gongaga's famous mushrooms.
I hope they are edible.
Hey there. Good to see you again. Since you're here, mind if I snap a pic of a fun guy with some fungi?
Oh, strike a pose.
This restaurant hired me to grab a couple of shots for them to use in their menu. I'm supposed to shoot the freshest Gongaga mushrooms I can find. Gonna get pics of the scenery while I'm here. Make the most of the opportunity and all that. Let me know if you find anything picturesque.
Yep. Oh, it's gonna be a big area to explore. Unless, of course, there's need for all kinds of perception. Well, there's a saloon over here. Quite interesting little... Yeah, there's a big shade over there, but there's Barrett. Let's have a chat with him.
Once things settle down, I can see myself moving out here, living off the land. Be a nice change of pace. Just me, Marlene, and our little piece of paradise. Wonder what kind of stuff we'd end up growing.
Mushrooms around here.
Mushrooms? What? Cause it's our lucky food? Don't tell me you believe that mumbo jumbo. Still, you might be onto something. Gongaga mushroom farming sounds like a license to print gift.
Well, it's food. And food is something that if you make it, I don't think you could ever go wrong in that kind of business kind of deal, or whatever, however you want to say, however you want to look at that stuff. Food is always necessity, so there's no real failure if in the deciding to make it, produce it. That is to say, no matter how things go in the world, food is always necessity.
Old man's napping, so here I am.
Sorry about that. Was catching up on sleep.
What then he sells? Well, he's got a weapon for Barrett. Well, after that, doesn't have... And that guy was also, you could say, a sleepy merchant in Gongaga.
What's the matter, Oscar? Ah, you there. Don't ask how I can tell, but isn't that great, Oscar? Let me introduce you. This is a huge Queen's Blood fan too. So, how about it?
Alright, I'll play a big game against Bird. Let's just see, do I win it? Yeah, they made this game quite a... Yeah, I hope he ain't particularly tough opponent. Soldiers or basic soldiers are quite good. Now let's go and try to block them using this card. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, let's do it like that. It's gonna place right there. Trying to change that into red ones, which means I'm gonna just then blast out this one to change it back to green one, and it can't. And it has only one place to... apparently I was a bit wrong. It had more than one place to place the card. It's got a replacement cards as well. Damn. Well, that's a draw of 7. Well, I still have hope that it doesn't get that strong cards to play against me. It could still have just one card. Well, that would be the game over and I would be winning it. I'm still using the very basic cards from the beginning of the game.
Whoa! This is the first time I've ever seen Oscar lose. Didn't expect that.
Oh.
Seems like he's a little bitter. Anyway, thanks so much for indulging him. He can make it a lot harder for us to do our jobs when he's in a mood. Really, believe it or not, he'll be up against a dog that plays Queen's Blood. And we have to make sure he wins, to help drive up tourism here. He'll pull it off.
So, there's a dog which plays that game, and a chocobo. That would be making a lot of animals playing that. Only thing missing would, well, chocobos are... They seem to fill the, you could say, niche of horse and, well, most likely horse. They don't seem to do anything, something like that they would be eaten. Well, of course, the feathers most likely are gathered for all kinds of purposes. No doubt about that. But I would still be quite doubtful about, well, they only seem to be used for the, you could say, domestic, as a muscle animal. Who is that guy? He looks stylish. He is stylish and a musician.
Curious about this old clavier? I'm Dorian, representative of the Piano Outreach Association. It is my duty to support those who liberate music from the page and bring it to life with their performances. I hope you will aid me in my humble mission to spread the joy of the piano to every corner of the world. Would you care to share a performance with me?
Well, no, because knowing that how difficult that piano playing game is, it ain't that you could say I am not that eager to try it out. But there's Tifa. What?
Dry their mushrooms here? Bet they'd make for a mean stock. Doubt there's much it wouldn't improve. Soups, pilafs, maybe even a pot roast. What sort of thing would you go for?
Gonna go with the pot roast.
Ah, why does that not surprise me? I remember Mom saying how Claudio's was the best she'd ever had. If you tell me what it was like, I could try and make it for you.
Oh, she's such a good, lovely woman. But let's just go and have a chat with. Go check what's going on in here. Although there seems to be something that they possibilities to climb or study and go for all kinds of locations around here. Had a chat with Tifa and Barrett. What else are they? Oh, here. Tack shop. What is that place? Do they? Does it have to do anything with the chocobo? Well, it sells all these. Let's put it have a scorpion greaves and wear a
Take good care of your choco buddies.
well, that is what I will intend to do. They are nice birds. Alright, and I haven't gotten the chocobo from this region, so no need to.
If you want to visit the reactor, you'll have to get Sisney's permission first.
to investigate the reactor, see what's going on.
Those some creepy.
I think this could finally be our time to
And I do say that the mood of Gongaga has gotten completely different from the original one in it, which was very bleak and sad mood, as in it was this ruin of a place. But that would be something unusual.
Oh, Cloud.
Friend of yours? Come in.
Please.
Your eyes. You're a soldier, aren't you?
Was.
You wouldn't happen to know our son, would you? Zack? Are you all right?
Fine. What did you say his name was?
Zack. Zack Fair.
Zack? Sorry. No.
Our son just up and left one day, determined to chase his dreams. At first, he wrote us all the time, but
When I first saw you, I thought maybe this is the girl he was always talking about. Sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable.
I doubt I was the only woman in his life. Charming guy like Zach.
Wherever he is, I hope he's enjoying himself at least. They do say no news is good news, right?
They sure do.
In the original one, he would be dead at this phase, but now he's in Midgard in this, and I don't know how
Of course I
or
will.
why it is so.
We should probably be heading back, don't you think?
What? Already? At least have something to eat before you go.
Thanks, but we don't want to keep our friends waiting.
another time then. Here.
It is clear that it is very clear that. Now I don't remember exactly is the room's layout the same as it was in the original one.
All this talk of another war has me worried. But I know I'm not the only mother afraid for her son.
But I do know that the style.
That wasn't very nice of me. You remember me telling you about Zach, right? At the playground? How he was my first love?
Yeah.
This is where he grew up. And now that I'm here, it's a lot. So when I saw someone who looked like him, I don't know. I had to say something. Didn't even occur to me to think how they would feel about it. Pretty selfish, huh? Waltzing in there, stirring up memories.
I don't know. They didn't seem to mind.
Sure they did. But thanks.
So, this Zach guy, you still like him?
Wow. You went there, huh? Maybe. He's never given me a reason not to.
Any news?
Nothing. No calls, no letters.
Oh.
Leaving you out in the cold like this? Forget about that loser. He's a soldier, right? And I hate to break it to you, but if he's been gone this long, the man is dead.
Cloud?
Sorry. I'm gonna go lie down.
Yep, the headaches are getting worse.
Well, that clears that up. He definitely doesn't know who Zach is.
But I still find Tifa's reddish eye color creepy.
Another time.
And the plot event which was necessary to get scope in here was now achieved, but let's just head to the Cisne's place and see what's going on over there. And it's real jarring to know that the tone of Gongaga has been tone has been so radically different in this place. So yeah, they are fighting against. They got fiends around here.
I am so bored right out of my brain. If I don't die first, bet y'all go insane.
Her singing might be very good at making someone go insane. Yeah. Damn it, I forgot that I would need to do a rest. So actually... well, let's have a chat with her.
So bored.
Nice song. Funny, too. Wrote it yourself?
Finally, someone recognizes my genius. Indeed, the amazing Yuffie is also a top-tier lyricist. Oh, I've got another song. Want to hear it?
Sure.
Here goes. I'll search high and low till I gather them all. I'll have orbs piled up about 1 billion feet tall. I'll have so much material, I won't know what to do. But until I can make you...
it actually sounds quite much like some sort of unpleasant critter would be screeching real loud, and yeah, she doesn't sing. Her singing isn't, you could say, the most pleasant thing, maybe because of the lyrics or all of that. But I think it might be next time when I'm gonna continue with the main quest around here. See ya then. See ya.